Hello friends, welcome back to Civil Engineering Mastery. Today in this video, let's see how do we model in StatPro software. So I have got many queries regarding this, so I thought of sharing this to you all. So with that, let's begin now. First, let's open the new project. So if you want to know more details about interface and StatPro principles and basics about StatPro software, so I have already uploaded few videos about that. So even I will share you the link in the description box as well. So if you want, you can check it. So now let's click the new project. So here space and then unit, let's keep it in meter and kilonewton. Go to next and then finish. This is the home page whenever you open the StatPro software, and in three ways we can model the structure in StatPro software. First one is like connecting node to node, like this is the grid you have, so you can create nodes and then you can join with beams. And the second one is go to geometry. Here you have run structural wizard option. So in this you go with frame model and then select bay frame. So by using this also you can create model. And then one more is like you can import the AutoCAD file to the StatPro software. So let me explain you one by one. So first let's see how do we create model with nodes. So I have the AutoCAD drawing here, ground floor, first floor and terrace floor plan. This is G+2. So I have the framing plan details as well here. So you can see ground floor roof and first floor roof. This is terrace roof. So here the units are in feet and inches. So I have converted into meter here. So first one is 1.143, 2.13, 3.2, 3.28 in this direction. And similarly here 3.683, 3.48, 1.83. So let's draw this one in StatPro. First you should know the directions. So in Stat, this is X direction and this is Z direction, and floor height is the Y direction. Y is the vertical direction. So let's close this one, and here let's give 0 to create horizon. So we have the horizon node. So what we can do is next we can give the first value 1.143 is the first grid dimension. So it is created. So the node is created here. Let's look into the dimension and check whether it is created properly. 1.143. Yeah, it is correct. Then what we can do is again we can copy and paste. So let's go to this node cursor. Control C, Control V. If you give, it will come. This window will pop up. So here in X direction we are going to add up. So in X direction 2.13. Next again let's add in X direction, that is 3.2. Again let's add 3.28. Here in this direction the first grid is starting from B. So from B, the grid 1 is starting from B grid. So not in A, B. So let's do the same thing in Stat model as well. What we need to do is here, let's, instead of selecting this one, let's select this node. And then Control C, Control V. Z direction, it is 3.683. Again 3.48. Again we have 1.83. So it is done now. Next let's see where and all the columns are there. Here we have created one, and in C grid column is there in line with the 3. So we need to mark next what we need to mark is like 2D. 2D is this column, and then we need to mark 2E. Okay, so go there and then select this one. So before that let's see this dimension 5.33. Control C, Control V, 5.33. So it is done. And again let's see, that is 3.28. 3.28. So next one is grid 3. In grid 3 we have to add this column and this column. So from B grid it is 2.13. 2.13 and then 3.2 is the distance. So here, from here it is 2.13 and then 3.2. Yes, it is done. And next, let's see grid 4. We have one column here and then we have one column here. So from here it is 1.83. At a distance of 1.83 we have one column here and here. So this is not in the grid line, little bit it is moved inside. So let's see how much we have to move from the center line to the center line. It is 1 feet up. So let's measure the distance. It is 5 feet and this column also in line with this one. So let's make it. Control C, Control V. This has to be in Z direction 1.83. And this one we need to make it for 5 feet. So that is 1.52. 1.52. And again from here to here is 3.28. 3.28. The top it is there. So same we can take 3.28. Control C, Control V is the X direction 3.28. So you can see this column is only in grid 4 and grid A. So in grid 3 here there is no column and grid 4 here there is no column. So this column has to be provided in here. So what we have to do is, let's select this one. Control C, Control V, and then in the X direction minus 1.83. Okay, so we got it here. So now we don't have this column over here, so let's delete it. And even we don't have this column over here, let's delete it. Now let's draw the beam lines. So here we can draw T-beam. Go to T-beam and then here we can add. So here we need to provide 1 feet projection. So let's copy this one and paste. Control C, Control V. So here you can select reference point, click this point, OK, and then click here so that beam will copy here. And then here you can add the cantilever projection. See, it came like this, and then this beam is there, and again in the middle we need to add these two beams. So let's check the distance to draw this beam and this beam. So we need to take the center to center distance. So I'm taking from this outer this inner to this outer 7 feet 9 inches, and again this inner to this beam outer, it is 8 feet 3 inches. So let's draw the same here. Control C, Control V, 7 feet 9 inches, right? This is direction 2.36. So it will come here. So this beam we don't need here. And again 8 feet 3 inches. So that is 2.51. So now we got the proper framing as per this architectural drawing. Structural framing. So only thing we need to add this cantilever slab projection, and here one cantilever slab projection is there. So let's add that one too. Take this one as reference point and then you can paste here. So now you got this cantilever slab projection. So this is here, and then here let's see how much is there. 2 feet. So Control C, Control V, this is the direction. 2 feet is 0.6 meter. So let's go and then add. This is also done now. So we have ground floor and then first floor main plan. So there is no difference between these two. Both are similar only. And terrace floor we have only the staircase headroom and then this gym room we have. Next let's add up the floors. So we have done the basic model. So from the ground level, natural ground level, 5 feet is my excavation depth. So that also we need to take. So below plinth level, let's take 1.5 meter, that is 5 feet. And from here, let's go for 3 meter till first floor level, and then 3 meter for second floor level, and then terrace floor level. Okay, so let's add that. Here what I will do is now, I will select this one node and then Control C, Control V. Let's take it in the Y direction. That is 1.5 meter. So let's give here negative sign because it has to go down, right? So let's keep this one as a base level, like plinth level, and then here let's connect the column. Okay, next let's copy this one and then paste it everywhere. Like this one we can keep it as a reference point and then we can paste it like this. It is easy. And again we have column here, here on column, here on column. Twelve columns in total. So let's check with the AutoCAD drawing. 3 in this row, 3, and again here the staircase area 4, and here one column and here one column. And here we have little bit cantilever projection. Let me check how much it is. From the center of the column it is 1 feet 7 inches. So let's keep it as 1 feet 8 inches. 1 feet 7.5 inches is there. So Control C, Control V. In the X direction, give negative sign. 1 feet 8 inches is 0.5. So this one we can delete. Again here 0.5. This we can delete. This beam is not required. So here we need to connect these two things and then get the beam. So we get this cantilever projection as well. So now it is perfect. So this is our plinth level. We need to change the plinth beam locations as per plinth beam layout. This is done as per a framing plan. So plinth beam layout we need to change. Repeat this one to ground floor roof, that is first floor level, and then second floor level, and then terrace floor level. So this is a view from positive Z. So let's select only this one and then go to translational repeat, give Y direction as I told you in the beginning. So we are going to add the columns like floors in the Y direction, upper direction. So my floor height is 3 meter. So I am going to add right now only one step. If you want to add more, like you can add it. So I thought like I will add the columns as well here, then we can again do it. So see here, our floor has come. This is first floor level. At first floor level, roof is at first floor level, so we can add the columns here just like this, because already we have the column below. So simply we can add like this. We know the reference points. Now you can see all the columns are added in the ground floor as well. So this is how you have to create the model. And again, what you can do, you can just select this one and then go to translational repeat, give y 3 meter and then OK. So the next floor also added up. See, this is plinth level, ground floor and first floor. Next terrace floor we have. Terrace floor we have only staircase, headroom and then gym room. So that also we can do it. Like let's do the same translational repeat, 3 meter height. And here only one step. Let's give OK. And again one more floor is added. Select this terrace floor, give Alt V. Just delete only beams because these columns nodes are connected with the below floor. So if you delete that one, that beams will also get deleted. So only delete the unwanted beams. This beam also we don't want, and here again we can add one more beam, and this we can merge because here this node is there, no? So that one, let's merge it. Okay, we got it now. Next, let's go to the whole structure view, and then we have these 4 columns, right? So let's select and delete. So it got deleted. Now you can see clearly. Again this column is there, this also you delete. Okay, now there is nothing. Even if you go to this one, you can come to know this is your plinth level, ground floor level, first floor level, terrace floor level. So this is how you need to model in StatPro software with nodes. So this is one type of modeling in StatPro software. The next type I will explain you in the next video, how to model in StatPro software by using this structural wizard. I hope you all like this video. Please do comment in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.